Hello, and welcome to another session of What the. Today's topic of discussion is space agencies. So, of course, there's NASA. And NASA, they're a good space agency that recruits primarily from either the Air Force or the Navy for their astronauts. What I would like to possibly introduce is a civilian space agency that recruits from either the AFL-CIO or the, I think it's called Change to Win Coalition. So you have the AFL-CIO, and the reason why I chose AFL-CIO initially was because they represent the firefighters union. So that is probably the best training organization for life-saving and strategies for, obviously putting out fires and so on and so forth. But the best training outside of military training. And we know that so far military training has worked out well with the astronauts. But for those that may not want to get into the military or volunteer for the military because it is the armed forces and they might be shipped off or flown out or something and have to fight in a war that obviously may be not in their interest in regards to becoming part of a space agency opportunity. So that being said, a civilian space agency would probably be the best opportunity. And how do we do that? Well, we have to create the training, and so obviously the AFL-CIO has the firefighter training, but then also Change to Win is a labor coalition that supports the UAW, which is the United Aerospace and Auto Workers Union. And they create all the mechanisms for aerospace opportunities currently, and the natural next step is space mechanisms. So you have these two unions that could possibly offer a pool of people to choose from in regards to a civilian space agency, and then just collaborating with those two and getting into those opportunities for a civilian space agency where people do the training and all of the necessary things that it would take for them to travel in space. That way, they're not militarily trained, they're just trained to do the things that are necessary, like explore and possibly terraform on planets and create sustainable infrastructure and so on. And the best thing about these unions are, well, the AFL-CIO has 15 million or 10 million people that they represent, and the Change to Win coalition have about 5 million. So you have approximately 15 million people in a pool that you could lobby to in regards to these opportunities. Would you possibly be interested in a civilian space agency? And it makes perfect sense because space is so vast, you're gonna need an abundant amount of people to go out there in different places and orchestrate operations for, hey, I'm on this moon, that orbits this star, and we're setting up camp there, and we're going to need this person, we're going to need this person for, agriculture, we need infrastructure, and then all these people under this civilian space agency could have specific jobs for these types of circumstances. And they're all trained. They're all trained, and they all have the same basic strategies, because they'll all be organized under a union. Makes perfect sense to me. So I have contacted both the AFL-CIO and the Change to Win Coalition in regards to facilitating a civilian space agency. And then we can start to strategize and get those things and build upon and build upon and build upon, and keep moving toward this next leap in our existence, to where we conquer the next frontier, and that's space. So building up momentum is a crucial and integral part of let's get the ball rolling. So let's create the conversation and start moving in that direction. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. You got the YouTube address for What The, and you also have my Instagram as well. Thank you. It's been another session of What The.